John Graham of Graham Knives in Cleveland, Tennessee. Today, figured we'd take a look at the uses for a Razel. Ever since the beginning when we came up with the Razel back in 2000, everybody's asked, what do you do with that? Or how do you use that? It doesn't have a point. So today I figured we'd show you a few uses that you can do with the Razel that you can't do with your typical knife. First up, you can do this with your typical knife, but the Razel does this exceedingly well. Everything nowadays comes in clam pack. This is something that I'm going to use to keep Martin in line. This is a Razel NF. You've seen it in the video we did stabbing the door. It's got the original Razel blade on it, and one of the things about it is it's kind of like a Warncliffe where the point is down here at the bottom. This is a double-edged point that penetrates very well, and when opening a clam pack, it acts basically kind of like a zipper. You just penetrate in there and it opens it right up. Another thing that the Razel excels at is push cutting. Instead of having to hold your media like this and slice cut it, if your other hand's busy, you can just use the front edge and push cut one-handed. Here's a piece of leather. Works good on a steak. If you're at a steakhouse, instead of having to use your fork and slice cut it, you can just push cut a little piece out, then stick it with a fork and eat it. It works good. Well, another thing you can do is scrape. Like a sticker on your windshield. You got a pesky Graham knife sticker on your windshield like this one. You just scrape it right off. A little easier than using a razor blade.
Probably safer.
Probably. And just to prove the point about the penetration again, we're going to use a Travers tool catalog here and see how many pages we can get. Looks like 215 on that one.
But you got a good 300.
$271.
271 pages. Dang.
And quite a wide wound chip. If you're needing to fit up a part and just need to shave a little bit off with wood, this isn't really a wood chisel, it's more like a cold chisel on the end, but you can use it to shave off a little bit. You have a little more control than you would if you were, and more comfort than you would if you were doing it this way. You can just shave a little bit off. And then if you really want to get into removing a lot, if you have an extended tang, or you can use a a hammer. If not, you can use your hand. And you can take out quite a bit. As with most knives, you shouldn't do any prying with them because you end up breaking your tip. The Razel, obviously you shouldn't pry your dad's 350 out of his Chevy with it, but you can do some light prying because you don't have a fine point. You have 2 points. You have a double-edged lower point and a single-edged upper point. But then you have a span across here where you evenly distribute the weight. You get locked out of your door. We've used this quite a bit with our bathroom in here. The door gets locked. You can't get to the lock with your credit card. You can use Razel to pry open and then get behind it to the lock to push it over and open the door. And your tip will be safe.